All other sentient beings, limitless as the sky, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and all knowingness, may they experience happiness and be separated from suffering. I will quickly establish them in the state of the most perfect and precious Bodhi. Om. The sentient beings, limitless as the sky, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and all knowingness. May they experience happiness and be separated from suffering. I will quickly establish them in the state of the most perfect and precious Bodhi. All other sentient beings, limitless as the sky, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and all knowingness. May they experience happiness and be separated from suffering. I will quickly establish them in the state of the most perfect and precious Bodhi. Thus, until I achieve Buddha, I engage in virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Until death, I engage in virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I engage in virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, most excellent, I take refuge until Bodhi is reached by the merit of generosity and other perfections. May I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all wandering beings in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, most excellent. I take refuge until Bodhi is reached by the merit of generosity and other perfections. May I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all wandering beings in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, most excellent. I take refuge until Bodhi is reached by the merit of generosity and other perfections. May I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all wandering beings. May all other sentient beings, limitless as the sky, have happiness, and the causes of happiness, may they be liberated from suffering, and the causes of suffering, may they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from the bias of attachment and aversion. May all the sentient beings, limitless as the sky, have happiness, and the causes of happiness, may they be liberated from suffering, and the causes of suffering, may they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from the bias of attachment and aversion. May all other sentient beings, limitless as the sky, have happiness, and the causes of happiness, may they be liberated from suffering, and the causes of suffering, may they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from the bias of attachment and aversion. Bajra Samaja, Bajra Samaja, Bajra Samaja, protectors of all sentient beings without exception. Deities who vanquish the ruthless hordes of Maras, knowers of everything as it is, Bhagawans and your retinues, please come here. Argyam padyam pushpe dupe aloke gende nevede shabda pratitya. This ground sprinkled with scented waters and strewn with flowers, adorned with the supreme mountain. Four continents, sun and moon, I hold in mind as a Buddha land, and offer it. May all wandering beings experience such a pure realm. Whatever slight virtue that may have been gathered through prostrating, offering, confessing, rejoicing, requesting, beseeching, I now dedicate to complete Bodhi. Now let body and mind settle into their own places. Optimally, let body settle into the posture of Vairochana, the illuminator. Legs crossed so that it provides a stable and unmoving posture to assume. Body upright, shoulders open, chin tucked in, gaze downwards, lips and teeth naturally resting together. Tongue placed at the top of your palate. Invite body to settle into its own place. Let mind settle into its own place, particularly a place of not moving, a mind that is content and satisfied to stay here, presently here, and bright and radiant, radiant in all directions without any limits. This is one way to stabilize the mind, to recognize the all-pervading nature of mind, so that then mind doesn't need to be the small creature that has to run here and run there and run here and run there. Know that mind has the power to pervade in all directions, and in this way, stabilize mind. Let body stabilize. Let mind hold steady, and let breath be regular. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in and out. Moment to moment, the body manifests as such. Moment to moment, the mind is such. Moment to moment, breath is such. All momentarily manifesting and momentarily dissolving. The continuity of these moments, when the kleshas are all still present, turns into the wheel of samsara. The continuity of these moments, when free from the kleshas, turn into the inexhaustible wheel of the exalted body, speech, and mind of Buddhas. When the adventitious kleshas, the temporary kleshas, are still present, then it's the inexhaustible wheel of confusion and suffering. When these kleshas, these afflictive emotions, obscurations are cleared, then it's the inexhaustible wheel of the exalted body, speech, and mind of Buddhas. Then, if the steed of loving kindness and compassion does not run for the benefit of others, it will not be rewarded by gods or humans. Attend earnestly, therefore, to this foundational attitude. First, cultivate loving kindness and compassion. Make them boundless, make them immeasurable, make them without bias. On the force of loving kindness and compassion give rise to aspiration and application bodhicittas. The two vows, one vowing to achieve the result and one vowing to accomplish the cause. The result and the cause of benefiting all beings in the most effective way, which is to you yourself achieve the complete and perfect state of Buddha. Then, through the special method of the creation stage or secret mantra, in this moment, you manifest this Buddha. And in this way, you are fulfilling action and aspiration bodhicittas. So Gilbert Rinpoche taught, if with one's body the king of deities exalted forms, the stronghold of the unchanging ground is not seized, the retinue of Dakinis will not assemble. Attend earnestly, therefore, to this body as idam. Then go to page 26. Remembering the 5 manifest awakenings, manifest realizations, the manifest realization of emptiness, the manifest realization of sun and moon seeds, the manifest realization of the seed syllable, manifest realization of the symbol, and manifest realization of the fully and complete perfected body of co-emergent Chakasamvara. These being the 5 manifest realizations that underlies the creation stage, the arising of the deity from the state of emptiness. By reciting Om Shunyata Jana Bajra Swabhava Atma Goham, meditate that all phenomena are emptiness, free from the extremes of conceptual elaboration. Within the state of emptiness, your own mind arises in the form of the syllable Hong, from which light radiates. From Yam comes a mandala of wind, from Ram a mandala of fire, from Vam a mandala of water, from Lam a mandala of earth. Upon that, from Sum comes Mount Meru, in nature the 4 precious substances. Upon that, from Bum comes a multicolored lotus. Upon that, from Hung comes a cross Vajra. Set on the multicolored lotus, from the vowels comes a moon. From the consonants comes a sun. In the center of that light radiates from the letter Hung, clearing the obscurations of all beings and transforming them into the host of deities of Chakasamvara. The light then gathers back and absorbs into the Hung, melting as Bodhicitta. From this complete transformation, in a single instant, you are Chakasamvara. His body is dark blue, pure and luminous like the color of a stainless sky. He has 1 face and 3 eyes with fangs slightly bared. His left leg is bent, pressing on the left ear of Black Bhairava, and his right leg is extended, pressing between the breasts of Red Kalaratri. With his 2 hands holding a vajra and bell, he embraces the consort. His head is adorned with a cross vajra and a top knot of matted hair tied with silk ribbons, beautified with a wish-fulfilling jewel. On the left side of his head, it is adorned with a crescent moon. His forehead is adorned with a garland of vajras and 5 dry skulls. A hanging garland of 50 fresh heads is strung on human intestines. He is adored with the 6 mudras and wears a tiger skin. He possesses the 9 dramatic sentiments: amorous, heroic, repulsive, humorous, wrathful, terrifying, compassionate, majestic, and peaceful. In his embrace is the consort Bhagavati, red in color with one face and three eyes, her fangs fully bared, her hair is loose, she wears a crown of 5 dry skulls and a hanging garland of 50 bone ornaments, and a girdle of bone ornaments. From below comes the tinkling sound of bells. With her 2 hands, the right holds a 5-pronged vajra, and the left holds a skull cup of blood, with which she embraces and offers to the Lord. She is adorned with the 5 mudras, naked and in inseparable union with the Lord. By the symbolic action of blazing rays of light from the Hung at his heart, the host of deities of the Chakasamara Mandala are invited from their natural abodes, having made outer and inner offerings. And so here we make the outer inner offerings. Page 108. First blessing, the offerings. Om Bhadra Argyam Padyam Pushpe Dupe Aloke Gende Nevede Shabda Om Om Sarva Tata Gata Guru Deva Dakini Sapare Vara Argyam Padyam Pushpe Dupe aloke kende nevede shabda prateja soha. Om Guru Bhadra Acharya Pushpe Dupe aloke kende nevede prateja soha. Om Guru Bhadra Acharya Nirmana Samboga Dharmakaya Chaturubaya Pati Sarva Amrita Om Ahong. Om Guru Bhadra Acharya Chatubarya Pati Anuragaya Bhadra Swabhava Atmakohang. Om Guru Bhajra Acharya Chaturbaya Pati Adhyanupanatva Sunyata Gyana Bhajra Swabhava Atma Kohang. There's also the 16 goddesses on page 80. Om Bhadra Bine Hong Hong Pe Om Bhadra Bhamshe Hong Hong Pe Om Bhadra Midange Hong Hong Pe Om Bhadra Muraje Hong Hong Pe Om Bhadra Ha She Hong Hong Pe Om Bhadra La She Hong Hong Pe Om Bhadra Gite Hong Hong Pe Om Bhadra Nrite Hong Hong Pe Om Bhadra Pushpe Hong Hong Pe Om Bhadra Dupe Hong Hong Pe Om Bajra Deepe Hong Hong Pe Om Bajra Gande Hong Hong Pe Om Rupa Bajra Hong Hong Pe Om Rase Bajra Hong Hong Pe Om Sparase Bajra Hong Hong Pe Om Dharma Dhatu Bajra Hong Hong Pe. Having made outer and inner offerings, resides Ha Hong Bam Ho. Thereby hooking, drawing in, binding, and pleasing them, making them one taste. Now remembering whatever you can of the significance of Ja Hong Wam Ho, specifically in relation to the four immeasurable minds, hooking in with loving kindness, drawing in with compassion, binding with joy, pleasing with equanimity. Now to visualize co-emergent Jagasamvara, Lord and Lady, and the primordial being, the actual co-emergent Chakasamvara, has become one, here expressed as one taste, no difference. Bless your crown with your throat with Ah, and your heart with Om. So your here refers to both the Lord and the Lady. They are two aspects of your own being, manifest into this co-emergent form. Know that within this co-emergent form, the five deities mandala of Chakasamvara is present, meaning the co-emergent deity in the center with the four Dakinis in the four directions. Even though they are not mentioned explicitly here, they are present within the co-emergent deities. And furthermore, even the 62 deity mandala of Chakasamvara is present in this co-emergent form. Now bless the three places with Om, Ah, Om. Again, from the Hong syllable light radiates, inviting the five families with their retinue. Again, now we do the 16 goddesses offering. This is on page 80. Here, these offerings are made to the five families, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and wrathful deities, male and female. Om Bajra Bine Hong Hong Pe Om Bajra Bam She Hong Hong Pe Om Bajra Midange Hong Hong Pe Om Bajra Muraje Hong Hong Pe Om Bajra Ha She Hong Hong Pe Om Bajra La She Hong Hong Pe Om Bajra Gite Hong Hong Pe Om Bajra Nritye Hong Hong Pe Om Bajra Pushpe Hong Hong Pe Om Bajra Dupe Hong Hong Pe Om Bajra Deepe Hong Hong Pe Om Bajra Gyande Hong Hong Pe Om Rupa Bajra Hong Hong Pe Om Rase Bajra Hong Hong Pe Om Sparashe Bajra Hong Hong Pe Om Dharma Dhatu Bajra Hong Hong Go back to page 30. Having made inner offerings, pray, may all you Tathagatas bestow empowerment. Having prayed thus, they bestow empowerment with Sarva Tathagata Abhishekata Samaya Shriye Hum. So the constructs of the five male Buddhas holding vases with elixir come and pour this elixir into both Heruka and Varahi's bodies. There are openings at the top of the heads so that this elixir also flows inside, and particularly filling the entire body with wisdom elixir. As the elixir reaches the crown center, the vase empowerment is conferred. As it reaches the throat center, secret empowerment reaches the heart center, wisdom, knowledge, empowerment reaches the navel secret center, the fourth empowerment, the precious word empowerment. And then this elixir goes all the way down to your toes and fills completely until it overflows from the top of your heads. Your entire body is filled with wisdom elixir. The excess liquid gathers firmly on top of your head, and Akshobhya seals your crown. This is referring to Akshobhya sealing the crown of the Lord. And then we know that it's Vairochana that seals, that sits on the top of Varahi's crown. This deity is like a drawing in the sky, appearing yet without inherent essence, cultivated as clear yet without grasping. Its colors are distinct, like a rainbow in the sky. Its form is clear, like a reflection in a mirror. Its appearance is pervasive, like the moon's reflection in water. It should be known through these three main similes, or the 12 similes. Master Nagarjuna said, your body is not just a hollow void, yet it is without flesh, bone, and blood. Like a rainbow in the sky, you manifest your exalted form. And from the Guhya Samaja Tantra, whoever cultivates my exalted form, whether as a magical illusion or as being like a dream, by cultivating in this way intensely, they will come to see it directly. Finally, glorious Pamadrupa said, cultivate the deity's form, which is like a rainbow. And the purpose of doing this is to abandon clinging to ordinariness, clinging to the mundane self, clinging to mundane appearance, clinging to mundane activities of body, speech, and mind. Abandon those clingings. Therefore, one should single-mindedly cultivate the Idam deity as the union of appearance and emptiness without grasping. In particular, the three elements of creation stage Idam practice cultivate clarity of the visualization, remember the purity, the symbolism of every part of the deity, and then stabilize divine pride as the deity. Remember that the recitation of mantra is a branch practice of the idam. The main practice of idam is cultivating those three qualities: clarity of visualization, remembering purity, remembering the symbolism of the deity's appearance, and the main point of being the deity, carrying the pride of the deity. Just as in the last fold, in the bodhicitta fold, there are also three elements, with cultivating unbiased, boundless loving kindness and compassion being the two elements, supporting the main element of generating bodhicitta. Likewise, in idam, those 2 points of establishing clear visualization, remembering the symbolism of the appearance of the deity, these two serve to make the confidence, the pride of being deity strong and stable. Kyoba Rinpoche tells us, as a sign of having perfected all roots of virtue and having actualized mind itself, the Dharmakaya that is free from all conceptual elaboration, the Lord's hair is braided and tied up in a taut knot. As a sign of being able to place beings in a state of perfect Buddhahood through limitless compassion and relative bodhicitta, half of his hair is hanging downwards. As a sign of fulfilling the wishes and desires of all sentient beings just as they wish, at the very top of his crown is that blue precious jewel. As a sign of accomplishing the benefit of sentient beings through various exalted activities, and on the left of his braided top knot is a cross vajra. As a sign that his bodhicitta is increasing ever higher and higher, then on the right side of his hair is this moon that is waxing, and this crescent moon that is waxing, that is growing by the day. As a sign of honoring his guru who introduced the self-arisen co-emergent wisdom to him, on his hair in the front is Akshobhya. As a sign of being endowed with the 5 wisdoms, there are the 5 dried skulls as a crown on his head. As for the 9 sentiments, the Navarasa, quoting the commentary on the glorious Sambuddha Tantra, Yopa Rinpoche tells us. His union with the consort is the amorous sentiment. Then trampling on Bhairava and Kalaratri is the heroic sentiment. The garland of heads and their nudity are the repulsive sentiment. These are the three rasas of the exalted body. Possessing a passionate radiance is the rasa of amorous. The round red corners of his eyes and his four bared fangs are the fierce sentiment. Causing all the asuras to be terrified is the terrifying sentiment. And these are the three rasas related to exalted speech. Holding Vajra and bell while embracing Varahi is the compassionate rasa. Being adorned with the major and minor marks of a Buddha is the awesome rasa. And his inner desire and outer afflictions are pacified. That is the rasa of pacifying. And these are the three sentiments of exalted mind. Recognize these to be your own qualities. As a sign of having abandoned grasped object and grasping subject, he wears a loincloth of fresh tiger skin dripping with blood. Abiding within a blazing mass of fire shows his mastery over the outer and inner maras. As a sign of having perfected the six paramitas, he is endowed with the six bone ornaments. Varahi symbolizes the Dharmadhatu, and as a sign of stabilizing the experience of the body of great bliss and her compassionate attachment to sentient beings, her color is red. As a sign of realizing this Dharmadhatu, she is youthful and beautiful, endowed with vitality, taking on the appearance of a 16-year-old. As all phenomena are of one single taste and suchness, she has one face. As she knows past, present, and future, the workings of karmic causality throughout these three periods, she has three eyes. As a sign that great bliss has expanded in her body, her breasts are firm and she is dazzlingly radiant. As a sign of threatening the maras of the afflictions and cutting through conceptual thoughts, her right hand holds a gleaming blue curved knife with a vajra handle. Making the threatening mudra towards all malignant beings in all directions. As a sign of having cut all ignorance, she holds a skull cup in her left hand, which is filled to the brim with the blood of gods and demons, symbolizing desire and aversion overcome. As a sign of being liberated from the afflictions, her black hair is unbound, reaching down to her slender waist. Wearing the garment of empty space, she is naked, a sign of having abandoned subject and object. As a sign that method and wisdom are inseparable, her right shin embraces the Lord's left thigh, while her right leg presses down on the space between Kalaratri's breasts, in line with the Lord's right leg. Thus uniting Vajra and Lotus, enjoying the uncontaminated great bliss of union. Then, as a simple visualization for the mantra recitation, Kyoba Rinpoche says, imagine that from the hung at your heart, here referring to the Lord's heart, the mantra, white in color, emerges and circles to the left, meaning counterclockwise. Then light rays emanates from your right, from the heart center. This light ray comes as a chain, emanates from your right nostril, to transform all beings. When this light comes out of your right nostril and touches beings of the six realms, they all turn into the mandala deities of Chakasamwara. Then all that light comes back and enters your left nostril, and dissolving back into your heart. Just this simple visualization to start with. Kyoba Rinpoche says, then as you recite verbally, this mantra, white in color, emanates from your right nostril. It enters the left nostrils of beings of the six realms who have been transformed into deities and dissolves into their heart and the hungs in their heart. That's the second part to this visualization. And so you can do both or one of them, or alternatively. At the page, top of page 33 is the accomplishment mantra. One for the Lord and one for the lady. So beginning first with the mantra for the Lord. Om Ri Ha Ha Hum. Om Ri Ha Ha. Om Ri Ha Ha. Om Ri Ha Ha Hum. Om Ri Ha Ha. Om Ri Ha Ha. Om Ri Ha. Hri Hong. Hri Hong. Hri Hong. Hri Hong. Hri Hong. Hri Hong. Hri Hri Hong. Hri Hong. Hri Hong. Hri Hong. Bajra Barojaniyo. Bajra Barojaniyo. Bajra Barojaniyo. Bajra Barojaniyo. Bajra Barojaniyo. Bajra Barojaniyo. Sado Samaya. Laya. Pada Deno Pa. Deno Memoa. Sudogaya Memo. Subogaya Memoa. Meto Memoa. Sarva Siddhem Mempreya Jazavangama Sujame Janam Jahanguru. Sarva Tathagata Bajra. Bajre Bawa. Mahasamaya Sa. Do. Oh. Then maintaining this pride, this appearance as well of the idam, of Chakasamvara, the co-emergent Chakasamvara. Then you cultivate the Guru, beginning with the Guru in the form of the Nirmanakaya, which is Buddha Shakyamuni. So for this, Gilbert Rinpoche say, if on the Guru there's no mountain of the four Kayas, the sun of devotion fails to shine, the river of blessings will not flow. Attend earnestly, therefore, to this mine of devotion. Now, page 34. First, above the crown of your head, yourself visualize as the Yidam upon a throne supported by 8 lions on a multicolored lotus and moon disk. Sits your own root Guru, Lord of the teachings. His body is the color of refined gold, and he sits in the Vajra posture. His 2 hands are in the gesture of meditative equipoise. and the earth touching mudra. He is wearing the three dharma robes, reddish yellow like the color of saffron. His Ushinisha is invisible. He is adorned with the major and minor marks of a Buddha and radiates immeasurable light and light rays. Imagine him seated there, surrounded by the rude and lineage gurus, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and the host of Idam deities. Page 108. Since we've already done the consecrating of the offerings earlier, now we just do at the very bottom of 108. Om Sarva Tata Gata Guru Deva Dakini Saparivara Argyam Padyam Pushpe Dupe Aloke Gende Nevede Shabda Pratecha Soha Om Gu Vajra Acharya Pushpe Dupe Aloke Gende Nivede Pratecha Soha Om Guru Vajra Acharya Nirmana Sambhoga Dharmakaya Chaturbhaya Pati Sarva Amrita Om Om Guru Bhajra Acharya Chaturbhaya Pati Anuga Ragaya Bhajra Swabhava Atma Goham Om Guru Bhajra Acharya Chaturbhaya Pati Adyanupana Twata Om Shunyata Gyana Bhajra Swabhava Atma Goham. Then uttering verses of homage to Buddha Shakyamuni, which is on page 23. Offer these verses of homage. When you were born supreme among humans, you paced out 7 steps on this great earth and declared, I am supreme in this world. Homage to you who was wise even then, possessing a pure body and an excellent supreme form, an ocean of wisdom, a mountain of gold, fame throughout the 3 worlds. Homage to you, supreme protector, with the supreme marks and a face like a stainless moon. Homage to you, golden colored one, free from stains. There is none like you in the 3 worlds. Homage to you, incomparably wise one, supreme among humans, charioteer and tamer of beings, the Tathagata, who severs the all-enmeshing fetters, who with senses pacified and utterly pacified is skillful. Homage to you who dwelt at Shravasti. Come back to page 35 of our manual. You who are a treasury of exalted qualities, the naturally present and unceasing evenness of the exalted body, speech, and mind of all Buddhas of the three times, please purify my ordinary body, speech, and mind, and those of all sentient beings of the three realms, and make them inseparable from your exalted body, speech, and mind, O precious Guru. Again, page 35. You who are a treasury of exalted qualities, the naturally present and unceasing evenness of the exalted body, speech, and mind of all Buddhas of the three times, please purify my ordinary body, speech, and mind, and those of all sentient beings of the three realms, and make them inseparable from your exalted body, speech, and mind, O precious Guru. Page 35 again. You who are a treasury of exalted qualities, the naturally present and unceasing evenness of the exalted body, speech, and mind of all Buddhas of the three times, please purify my ordinary body, speech, and mind, and those of all sentient beings of the three realms, and make them inseparable from your exalted body, speech, and mind, O precious Guru. Yourself as co-emergent, Jagasamvar, in the space in front, above, is Buddha Shakyamuni, your root Guru. Pray for you and your Guru become inseparable body, speech, and mind. And that the body, speech, and mind of all beings also become inseparable of the Guru's body, speech, and mind. That all beings are innately, fundamentally, from the beginning, exalted body, speech, and mind. That all beings are innately no different from Buddha Shakyamuni. Again, page 35. You who are a treasury of exalted qualities, the naturally present and unceasing evenness of the exalted body, speech, and mind of all Buddhas of the three times. Please purify my ordinary body, speech, and mind, and those of all sentient beings of the three realms, and make them inseparable from your exalted body, speech, and mind, O precious Guru. You who are a treasury of exalted qualities, the naturally present and unceasing evenness of the exalted body, speech, and mind of all Buddhas of the three times, please purify my ordinary body, speech, and mind, and those of all sentient beings of the three realms, and make them inseparable from your exalted body, speech, and mind, O precious Guru. It says here, recite this prayer with fervor 100, 1,000, or more times. Then rest single-mindedly in the state where the Guru's exalted body, speech, and mind have become inseparable from your own body, speech, and mind. Meaning now the Guru, Buddha Shakyamuni, dissolves into you. Then yourself can also now dissolve. First, the lady dissolves into the Lord, then the Lord, from bottom up and top down, dissolve all the way to the Hung syllable in the heart center. Then the Hung syllable dissolves from the bottom up to the drop at the top, the drop dissolving into the nada, and the nada increasingly become more and more subtle until cannot be seen. Then rest the mind. Page 78. By the virtues collected in the three times by me in the entirety of samsara and nirvana, and by the innate root of virtues, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain the unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious Bodhi. Changchu Sem Chorim Poche Ma Ge Ba Nam Ge Gyu Che Ge Ba Nyam Ba Me Ba Yang Gong Ne Gong Du Bell War Shou. Judy? Yes? No?
Yes. Yeah.
Repeatedly.
Yes. Oh,
Your
I
virtual
wasn't
hand.
sorry. I wasn't looking at the screen. No, I didn't do it.
Okay. Actually, not just Judy, all of you, if you get a chance, may need to update your Zoom app. Remember last week or 2 weeks ago, my audio was starting to be distorted, and it was because it has not been updated. So strange things start to happen if you don't update to the latest version. And so if you can go do that, then what also I discovered is after you update everything, then you have to restart your computer before or the update actually kicks in. Uh, the sound problem was because I didn't update to the latest.